All right, hello everybody. Today, look, my name is Dr. Cheryl Meier. I'm a psychologist, and what I do is I want to equip you. This is why I make all my videos. I want to equip you so that I'm gonna go back in my car. I was gonna go in nature. Nature helps calm us down, but there's the guy over there, and I want us to be able to concentrate. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about today, what I wanted to teach you is how to understand. Look, so I've been a psychologist, I don't know if I already said that, for over 20 years. And so I wanted to teach you what most of my clients face all the time, me and all of my clients, right? So that you get the benefit of this. It's not always that if you make something easy for people that they won't take advantage of it. Oftentimes if you paid me $200 for this video, then you'd pay attention a lot more. But I want people to have access to this. But sometimes I learned that from Tony Robbins. I went to all these classes of his. He said something like, someone said, if they pay more, they pay more attention. Okay, so imagine that you paid for this 15 minutes or 14 minutes, because I only have that time right now. If you paid $1,000 for this, okay? So pay attention like that, because what I'm giving you is worth a lot more than $1,000. It could change the whole rest of your life. That's why I make these, okay? And if you don't understand it, ask me questions. I'm answering my comments right now, I have the time. I make the time to do that. It takes time, but I'd love to. And if it's later on, and then look at the comments that other people have asked, and the answers will be in there. They will. Or watch this video over and over again, okay? Now, first, what I say all the time is just be really present. Because when you're present and when you're calm, I learned this from Eckhart Tolle's partner, Kim Ing. She was teaching us, and she said, look, if your finger is all rigid and straight, then you can't pull it. But if you relax, you pull it, and you can feel the joint moves, okay? And this is an important principle, because when we're in fear, this is what makes up stubbornness. I was writing it down again. I was like, I learned this in 1998. I learned this, right? So long time ago. Stubborn. When someone's stubborn, or when we're stubborn, it's a mixture of fear and anger. And so when we're afraid, it's because we got triggered, we got put back. And I know I experience trauma, and I work with a lot of people with trauma. And so, you understand. And even if you don't recognize the trauma that you experience, we're not trying to make a victim story. We're just understanding this is why we get so afraid. This is why we get stubborn, Let me teach you a second about stubborn. Because I was thinking about this the other day, let me get a blank piece of paper for us. All right, so I'm only using this for, I don't have to justify, but for this purposes. So just if someone gets mad at this word, then just deal with it, or turn this off. But this really helps me, and I always watch all of my videos. I'm trying to give you little anchors for how you can stay in this present moment, how you can get back on course so that love can flow in your life fully. That's why I say I welcome all religions, because I want this love is accessible for everybody. Everybody is meant to have love, just like the sunshine shines on everybody, and everyone's allowed to grow crops. Do you know what I mean? Okay, but when we're mad, okay, I was taught this by this Jewish man, right? We're invested in someone else giving a damn about us, mad backwards, okay? And so when we're mad plus fear makes us rigid and not flexible. So if you speak a different language, I'm saying these things right now, and so the the captions ought to be saying it for you. Mad backwards is I'm invested in someone loving me more. Okay. And okay, stubborn. I'll write it stubborn up here. Stubborn. When we're stubborn or someone else is stubborn, it's a mixture of fear, which makes us rigid and not flexible. And mad, and see this plus this, mad means I'm invested in someone else giving a damn about me, caring about me more, loving me more. Now, if we keep doing that, that's the thing I was going to teach you today. So this leads back to it. I was wondering why this was coming up for us, right? Is that what we learn in childhood, I was going to use my hands for this, is here's the parent and here's the child, and we're the child, and we're like Oliver Twist. Can I have some more, please? He's like, gruel. He's this kid that was, it's a story about this kid by Charles Dickens, put out for, adoption, lost his parents in this foster orphanage place, and was just so hungry, and so we learn how to be hungry down here. Let's say our parents don't know how to be really close or intimate or love, or let's say we're sensitive souls and we remember what it was like to be in heaven, to be one with God, to be in this union. I use this to show us sometimes the X and the O, the hugs and the kisses, and die to yourself to return to the oneness, right? We remember what it was like to feel that love, that full love and oneness. And when our parents don't know how to be intimate, or they're off in addictions, or they're yelling, or they're neurotic all the time, okay? They're addicted to their mind. They're addicted to trying to prove themselves in this world. They're addicted to, it's like what people call the Babylon system of this world. I heard someone yesterday call it the devil's playground. I'm like, wow. I had heard that phrase before, but it really hit me yesterday, because I was like, and she's like, I have to keep reminding myself every minute to repent of where my mind was and take myself back from the devil's playground and be back, right? My other necklace that I wear to remind us, stay in love, right? It says love right there. Stay in the center of the center. Otherwise we sin, and the word sin is just to miss the point of life, to miss the mark of highest love, highest consciousness. So you're worth highest consciousness. But what happens is if our parents are broken and we're down here and we feel crushed and we're asking for scraps, then what we do is we go out into this world and we keep finding we're like this, chasing after the unavailable people, and we keep asking for scraps, and we're used to thinking we can only have scraps, and then they give us a little something, or they look like they're going to give us love, and then they run away, and so we run away, and then they chase after us sometimes, however that goes. But I don't want you to be left with just scraps, or begging for scraps, or thinking you have to beg for scraps. You're not meant to go for scraps. Now what happens is, imagine that this is you now. This is the adult you, and this is like this wounded child you. And you're used to, okay, so let's say your child self says to you, and I'm trying to make this really simple for us, right? And I've done this a lot for my clients, because I love them. I come up with these things out of love, So we go to ourselves, hey, I'm in need. I was neglected in all these ways. I remember love, and I felt totally shamed and not loved and not like I was worth anything. Can you give me something? And this adult part of you is like, hold on a second. Let me go try to get it from this guy, from this job, from this money, from this accomplishment in this world. What we're doing is we're still running after trying to get it from our parents in the form of this world, okay? Understand that. And guess what? This little child part of you gets your freaking back. That's what you get. You get your back. And we keep staying so mad because we see how hurt this child is, and we're like yelling at these other people to give us more than just scraps so that we can hold on, we say this to this part, hold on one second, I'm going to go try to get food for you, and we're mad because we're invested in these people giving a damn about ourselves. Give a damn about your own self, right? Christ is facing us. God is facing us all the time. Jesus says, I am the living water. I am the good shepherd. I'm not transactional. transactional. Ask from me. And what God does, divine love does, no matter what religion, if you yielding to the divine creator, the creator will teach you how to turn back around. Now, Christ, I understand, lived that out on earth and did it all the way to his death and died for us and paid for our sins so that we can be reconciled to a perfect God. And that's a long, long story. So I'll go into it another time, or I have it in lots of videos, right? But for now, let's understand this pattern. So no matter what religion you are, even if you don't believe there's a God, do you believe that you ought to live on scraps and keep asking people that don't give a damn about you to try to keep begging them? Are we meant to beg? You see, this part of us is begging this other part of us, stop turning your back. And we don't know. We don't turn around because we don't know we're worth it. You're worth this. You're worth this. I'm looking at you right now. This is my face towards you, right? You're worth this. Turn this part around. But we can't if we keep going, well, all I'm going to get is scraps in my life, so just keep giving me highs. I need to run to addictions, run to my phone all the time to self-regulate, run to pornography because I'm not going to have a real girlfriend because no one's going to really love me, run to, this is a lie. All of these are lies from the Babylon system, from the devil's playground, if you want to call it, understand like that, from the world of scraps. You're not meant to have scraps. Jesus says, I have come to give you abundant life. And he's not just saying words. He doesn't say things just to say things. He lived it out so that we could have it, because you're not meant to be in lack, okay? Like, the Lord is my shepherd. Meditate on that. Psalm 23. The I am, that's the word for that. The I am is my shepherd, and he's not transactional. I don't want you, watch my video about marriage. It says something about marriage and there's a wedding ring on the front. It's like, I don't want you to work in my factory. I love you. I want to marry you. This is not a lie. I know in my mind, from being trauma in childhood, we think these people are just saying these things and they're just trying to get some kind of angle on us. I know. I understand. That's why I have compassion for all of us. Do you know what I mean? Because I understand that mentality. It's always afraid, always this mad thing, and always fear, and always rigid. And rigid people run and aren't flexible, and you're not in this flow. That's why the flow is so appealing. And it's like, learn how to be in presence. Watch my 1-minute video that I just put out, whatever date this video is, it's a couple days before this or one day before this, on how to just be in presence. Maybe I'll put the full version of that after. It's like 3 minutes long, but I had to cut it down to 1 minute. It's a little longer on my TikTok, but it was how to not have shame anymore. That's what I called it. But anyway, when you get in deep presence, you start experiencing that there's something more than scraps, and you get that in little doses and little doses and little doses. And then you're finally like, I'm going to stop running after these people and repeating my childhood, because then I'm keeping myself in lack. I'm going to turn around and embrace this person and stop giving her just highs to go, yeah, you're always going to get scraps, so we might as well go get high. You know what I mean? Whatever highs we go to by gossiping about other people, by going to school more and trying to prove our worth through that, trying to prove our worth to God by being super religious, but not having a relationship with divine love with God. There's not the flow of love, right? And gosh, I don't know, like I'm working on this every day, just like you guys, to keep learning that balance, the balance of the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the doing and the being, of how to just be here, and here's my stomach, and allow love to flow in our lives and trust it a little bit more that it's going to be there, right? When we surrender, it's going to be there, right? And so that's it. We'll stop being stubborn in our lives and love will start flowing. I got this in an intuition one time. It was like, I got that song. I was like, why are we here? I don't understand. And I got Let Your Love Flow. And I hardly knew the song. I just had heard it. So I looked it up, and it was like by the Bellamy Brothers. If I started singing it for you right now on my guitar, maybe I'll learn it for us, right? And then you guys will know. You guys will know when that song comes out. That's what life is about, right? All right, I get so teary about this because I don't want any child to be left without love. I know so much what that feels like. I was married for a long time and I was operating in this pattern even though I knew it, you know, and I kept trying to get out of it. The way to get out, the way to get out is stop operating like that to yourself. Stop being addicted to your own egotism. Stop going to the highs. Trust that something more than the highs will be there. You have to detach. It's like the dopamine detox that people talk about. I wish you so much love. I gotta go. I have a meeting and I don't want to keep being late. I wish you so much love. Like this, share, comment, understand, ask me questions. Watch my other videos, how to hack your life. And the one on St. Francis is coming to me now. Make me an instrument. You can look up #instrument of your piece. That will really help you. That's like an hour long, all right? 45 minutes or something. I wish you so much love. This is why I make these. Okay, bye.